Well, this spring we're being thrown a pretty good curveball with COVID-19, but when one door closes, another opens. So we're gonna run our own baits,
weight it down,
hunt with some friends, and hopefully we can lay the smackdown on a beautiful spring bear.
He already found the beaver.
Well, it's May 15th, and we're heading in for bears. A beautiful bear found the bait that Kaylin dubbed Bubba, so fingers crossed he makes an appearance tonight and we can get a victory arrow bloody. We're heading out to meet up with a good friend, Mark White.
Let's go get one.
Let's go do her.
Let's go get the big boy.
We're going to be hunting his established bait site. This site has an incredible past, and we're hoping to put a victory arrow to work. Man, I'm speechless. My name is Mitchell Payment. I started tagging along with my dad to go hunting basically since I learned to walk. I grew up living the outdoor lifestyle, learning from my dad and any hunting video I could get my hands on as a kid. Once I turned 12, the legal age to hunt, we started taking things more serious than ever, working hard and learning through experience to better our odds to fold our tags on the animals we are pursuing. It has helped us grow into who we are now. Welcome to Season 5 of Moment of Truth TV. I just killed the bull of my dreams. Smoked them. This buck is what dreams are made of.
Oh my God.
Yes! I'm at a loss for words.
Oh, he's so nice in return.
He is such an awesome buck. I got to make That was unbelievable. The start of this year and hunting season wasn't like any other. Having another amazing spring bear hunting trip planned with our friends at MOA Outfitters that we looked forward to all winter long came to a screeching halt when COVID-19 took the world by storm. A horrible flu strain affecting millions, turning into a global pandemic, stopping all non-essential traffic and closing the borders. Luckily for us, we still had bear tags in our pockets, and having helped run successful bear sites in the past, with a little bit of a late start, it's now time to try to find some new area to run our own baits and social distance the way we know best, in the outdoors.
Well, we're just loading the truck up. It's about May 8th and we're heading north for bear baiting. We're going to our property and then we're gonna go about an hour north of the property into some bush area. It should be good. It's gonna be interesting. We've never been to this area, so we really have no clue what it's gonna be like. But it's just a kind of rainy, miserable morning here, but it's supposed to clear up by this afternoon. So once we get there, we're gonna load out a ton of oats, a barrel, and hopefully we get some nice bears coming in and we can stick one. So let's get after it, load the truck up and hit the road.
Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by RV City, generations of family fun. Ole Smokes Coffee, coffee for the courageous. iHunter app, know your regs inside and out. Black Widow Deer Lures, #1 whitetail estrus and deer scents. Tacticam, share your hunt. Sights and Arms, your firearm specialists. And by Prime Archery, the most accurate bows on the planet. This segment is brought to you by RV City for all your trailer repair, and camping needs. Located in Morinville and Nisku, Alberta.
Well, we just arrived to the property. It's still raining pretty good, but we're just gonna load up the truck with some more baiting supplies. We got a barrel, we gotta cut a hole in it, kind of get things ready so when we get out there we can throw the bait out. But we're just gonna do that now and then hopefully get out there at a decent time to find a spot to put the bait.
There she is.
Heading into the unknown, we were able to use our iHunter app to help navigate the Crown land and look for a viable spot to put the bear bait.
Well, we're just driving this goat trail here, trying to find a spot to put the bait. I mean, there's lots of spots, but it's hard to decide exactly where to put a bait, but we're just gonna hopefully find some dry land and put it out there, but we're still driving.
Walking down a grown-in old quad trail, allowing us to get a ways back off the beaten path that led down to a creek. With beaver scent already in the air, we knew this was going to be an ideal spot for the bait.
Well, we're making our first trip into the spot here. We're gonna have to make probably, we're guessing 5 or 6 trips, but it's about a 250-yard walk in, so it's not too bad. And I think this is a very ideal location.
While making the trips back and forth, I happened to notice claw marks up in the trees on the way in, giving us an added boost of confidence on the spot that we chose.
I'm weighted down. Oh.
Oh, it's feeling good.
Well, we're just finishing up this bait site. It ended up taking longer than I thought. We've been here for hours just getting everything finalized and ready to go. Dad's just doing the last finishing touches on the tree stand up there. We got the beaver hung up here and the barrel with the oats in it there. So we got everything we need to have a successful bait site. I think it's in a good location. Got the trail camera up in this spruce tree, so that should be able to tell us what's in here. We're gonna be coming back next Friday. We're gonna give it 1 week, and if it's been hit, we're gonna be up in those stands hunting, and if not, we're gonna give it a bit more time. But who knows? I did a scent trail from the creek down below us all the way up where there's 2 trails that collide. It's like a caramel strong scent all the way up here, so they'll know where to come, and we're gonna do one on the way out. So I'm super stoked, and hopefully we'll see you back in here next Friday hunting a big old bruin.
As the week went on, anticipation grew more and more as each day passed, hoping a bear found the bait, making our hard work pay off and allowing us to enjoy some beautiful spring weather with some tree stand time. We're now en route to our property to get ready before making the trip north to see if there's been any action at our bear bait in the last 6 days.
Well, we just arrived at our property. We're gonna get the truck unloaded, get dressed, and head north, bomb out to the bear bait and see if it's been hit. Well, we just got to location and we're gonna do the walk in. It's about 250, 300 yards in, and I'm praying it's been hit. We're gonna walk up to it and you're gonna find out with us if it's been hit or not and whether we're gonna be sitting tonight. So we're gonna go in there. If it's been hit, we're going up. If it hasn't been hit, we're coming out. Let's get in there, fingers crossed. It's been hit, we can make something happen.
Walking up and seeing the bait had been hit shot excitement through my veins and was a feeling like no other. The anticipation to check the trail camera and climb up in the tree was at an all-time high.
So, there's a bear on the bait, which is super exciting. Unfortunately, we spooked him off when we came in here. Camera says he was here 5 minutes before us, so that's unfortunate, but I'm hoping he comes back in. By the looks of the pictures, we're gonna take a closer look, but he looks like a shooter. He looks like a pretty nice bear. We got about 4 hours left to sit, and hopefully he comes in and we can get a nice bear down on the ground, so stay tuned.
After being settled into the stand for about 45 minutes, I heard leaves crunching and caught a glimpse of black coming up from the creek. My heart sank when what looked to be a beautiful bear slowly turned around and walked right back from where he came from. As the night went on, the anticipation of the bear coming back had me sitting on the edge of my seat, hoping for an opportunity. As the hours were going by and the sun was beginning to set, we could hear the sound of quads getting closer and closer, and we were in for a little surprise. So we just had a dog come into the bait. There's quadders right here just ripping up the countryside. It's crown land, they're allowed to do it, but it's a bit unfortunate. So I think we're just gonna slip on out here and rebait. That's the plan. It sounds like they're going away now. So that was an interesting night in the stand. We had one bear, we spooked him off the bait and then kind of come back in and checked out the situation, then left again. So holy moly.
If I'm gonna wear it, it needs to work. It doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter what I hunt. Huntworth works. It doesn't matter if the weather's good or bad. Huntworth works. And if Huntworth works for me, it'll work for you and your budget. Any game, any place, anytime, Huntworth works.
This segment is brought to you by Tacticam, the best first-person hunting camera on the market. Made for hunters by hunters. Share your hunt. The next night, we found ourselves back at the bear bait, heading in to hopefully get a closer look at the nice bear that had shown up and just eluded us the night before. Checking the trail camera and seeing the bear had been back minutes after we left and the quadders went by, giving us confidence that he isn't far. But unfortunately, as the night went on, nothing but a moose came by. Waking up the next day to rainy weather, we were ready to endure a wet, windy, cold sit. With multiple new bears showing up on cam and rocking the bait, we were hopeful, but unfortunately it yielded us another motionless night.
Well, bear hunting's been slow, so we're gonna walk down to the lake here and try our luck with the Go 5 Diamonds, Len Thompson, see if we can catch a jack. We've been catching it in the spring. It's really good fishing right offshore off our dock. It's a nice switch up from bear hunting here at base camp, so let's see if we can have a change in luck. Yeah, let's go get a fish. Let's go get him. Oh, came out of his mouth. What? I set the hook and it came right out of his mouth right there, first cast. Got one. Whoa. Broke the line on the dock. Fish on, baby, we finally hooked one. It's a nice one too. That's got some girth to it. Oh, that's a good one too. Beautiful northern pike right there. He just smoked it right at the bottom of the dock. What a beauty. Oh, this guy's a lot smaller, but still a beautiful fish. Look at that. Fish number 2. They all got these marks on them from spawning. I'm not sure if this guy's spawned out or if it's a male or female, but we're gonna let him go and hopefully catch him in a few years when he puts on some pounds.
Later that week, I found myself heading north solo to reload the bait to keep it full for another weekend of hunting. After making multiple trips back and forth from the truck to the bait, a bear was already enjoying one of the beavers I had brought in. I already found the beaver. I'm already down one beaver. Good golly. Having my gun close and the bear spray in my pocket, I proceeded to top up the barrel with bait and hang one of the 2 beavers that remained. With fresh bait and some good fishing behind us, we're hoping momentum is on our side and we have a change in luck in the bear stand. When the weekend arrived, it was time to head back into the stand, and this time we were going to try a beaver trail on the way in. With the bait site rocking and being hit hard, we were hopeful to lay our eyes on a bear. As the night went on and the sun began to set, it was looking like it was going to be another slow night in the stand, when all of a sudden the young bear from the other day followed the beaver trail right to the bait. Watching this young bear do his thing was amazing to see, but unfortunately was the only bear to make an appearance that night. With the bears at our bait showing lots of intelligence with nocturnal activity due to hunting pressure in the area, we are now en route to meet up with our good friend Mark White that was kind enough to invite us out to hunt his established bait site with a successful past. After meeting up with Mark, it was time to head straight to the bait site for our first night's sit.
Let's go get one.
Let's go do her.
Let's go get the big boy.
Upon arriving to the bait site, it showed lots of promise with great sign on the way in. The first thing we did after unloading the truck was reload the hammered bait site to keep the good times rocking at the bait for the next couple of days. Moment of Truth TV is brought to you by Revolution Armory, Canada's best custom shotguns. G5 Outdoors, designed to hunt. Burris Optics, find what matters. Reveal Cellular Cameras, always on the hunt. Victory Archery, the carbon arrow experts. And by Score Ammunition, proudly Canadian. This segment is brought to you by the iHunter app. Know your regs, where you're hunting or plan to go, right on your mobile device.
Well, it's May 27th. We're getting ready to go in for the sit. We're with Antler Impact, Mark White. He's got a heck of a bait here. It's how long has it been running?
7 years.
7 years, so it's good and established. It's being rocked by some nice bears, especially one. There's one hog in here. He's been kind of a ghost rider at night, but he's following one sow around. All we need is that sow to come in, and it's hammer time. We'll put a victory arrow to work. So we've been struggling. Mark was kind enough to invite us out to hunt his bait, which we're very grateful for, and hopefully it all works out tonight or within the next couple of days. But we're gonna head in there and see what happens. Hopefully slam a giant.
Let's go get him.
Right on.
After settling into the stands and just enjoying nature as the time passed, we caught a glimpse of black coming through the foliage right in our direction. Seeing this young bear commit to the bait was awesome to watch and kick-started the action for the night as we could hear movement back in the bush coming our way. When the first bear quickly got up to leave, we looked to our left and there stood a beautiful boar with the nicest chevron blaze on his chest I had ever seen.
Man, I'm speechless. You know what? We worked so hard for bears this year. It's the hardest we've ever worked. And we came down here after our baits were dry. Mark White was kind enough to invite us. You know, he's just a true outdoorsman. He loves the outdoors. One of the nicer guys I've ever met hunting. And this guy came in, he fed, and finally presented, you know, an absolute perfect shot, and I took it. Broke in my brand new Prime Black 3, and I mean, that victory arrow absolutely crushed him. Tipped with a G5 M3 Montec, and he didn't go 50 yards, so I couldn't be any happier
We're gonna get down and go put our hands on this beautiful bear. So, thanks, Mark. Appreciate it, bud. He's gorgeous. Let's go get him. Stuck right in the log head. Well, we just got down out of the tree. Here's where I shot him, and that victory arrow absolutely buried into this log. That G5 Montec M3 didn't even slow down, so that's such a beautiful sight. I don't even know, might have to take that whole log home because it ain't coming out. Well, that just shows the penetration power of that VAP 350. I can't even pull it out, and it passed through a bear. That's incredible. Well, the blood, I can see it all the way to him already. He didn't go far, probably like 25 yards. So we're just gonna walk up to him now and check him out. Oh my gosh. Well guys, here's my 2020 black bear. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, he's got a heavy head on him. Bit of a crease there. But the most beautiful part about this bear, look at that. That is the most gorgeous V I've ever seen on a bear, me personally. It's got an all scarred up neck. He's a bruiser, been fighting. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, we're gonna get this guy propped up and do a better interview, but I am beyond happy. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, everyone, here he is. Absolutely gorgeous bear. We've been hunting so hard. This year it's been such a curveball year with COVID-19 going on and stuff, but we persevered. We set our own baits. We had bears coming in, but they're super smart. And you know, Mark White was super nice to invite us to his baits. We've been doing some elk hunting with them, and we haven't been able to harvest anything. So Dad and I have almost 30-40 hours clocked in the bear stand. When this guy came in, I was super excited. He had me going. I seen that beautiful white blaze, a little crease in his head, and you know what? I knew this was the bear for me. I couldn't be any more excited. This is the best way to kick off season 5. I am so stoked. Got to break in my brand new Prime Black 3 bow. My arrow's still stuck in a log back there. That with the victory arrow with the tip with the G5 Montec M3 absolutely crushed him. So we're gonna get this guy out of the bush. I couldn't be happier with this bear. We're gonna celebrate tonight, and he's gonna make a beautiful trophy on the wall. This is a perfect wrap to bear season, and I couldn't be any more excited. So thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed this hunt, and stay tuned for another episode on Moment of Truth TV.
Closed captioning is brought to you by RV City, located in Mornville and Nisku, Alberta.